What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Power Button Podcast. I'm your co-host, I'm your co-host, Darren Badmouth Beasley, and who are you?
I'm your co-host, Josh Maney.
That's right. And today we're having another episode where we're going to talk a bunch of dumb shit. Here's the thing:
Let's talk smart.
we can't. We're not smart enough. But I will say, we're censoring our episodes now.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. We're 30 seconds in and I already swore.
It's a good thing that I've reminded you.
Yeah, it is.
What?
Yeah, we want to be able to let 5-year-olds watch us, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Because that's going to be our target audience. That if you haven't noticed yet, that it has been our target audience.
Because above 20 isn't working out, so we got.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's been our target audience. But anyway, so I want to censor, obviously, the F word and
we can say.
No, that I don't want to. I don't. It's the one I don't think. I think ass and damn and hell are good, but the B word,
it's
But
beep. Like,
I know, right?
If you say it, I gotta bleep it out.
But
I'm gonna do so bad at this. All right, let's get on with this. Let's just get on with it.
So yeah. All right. So well, the Batman pictures came in.
Yep. That was yesterday.
Yep. I don't understand that.
It was weird.
Doesn't look like, of all the pictures they could have taken off of the set, that's what we got. Like, you couldn't have got a real picture of him.
Yeah, like the first official picture of the bat suit was that, like the red.
Yeah,
like,
I was at my job and they had it on TV. Good Morning America.
Really?
Yeah, Good Morning America had Robert Pattinson's Batman thing on TV. It was so dark. It was so dark. I couldn't see. Like they show the red and and I'm like, I don't even know.
I thought it was fake at first. When I first saw the picture pop up, I was like, yeah. I thought it was one of those like fan art things because I could kind of tell it was his chin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm like, this probably ain't real. And then it started flooding the internet. IGN started posting it, comicbook.com.
It's a horrible picture.
Yeah, definitely a
Why
bad
would
idea
they
for Matt
release
Reeves to
that?
drop that as the first,
No, not good. They should have just did the chest. They should just do that.
Well, they could have just did a picture of him.
Or just a regular
standing there.
picture of him.
They did that with Ben Affleck.
Yeah, of him. Yeah, when he's kind of like looking at
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's him in the city, him in his full suit.
Yeah, there's some things about the suit I like and some things about the suit I don't like. Like we were talking about, like the nose.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird. But I do like the collar. How the collar kind of comes
different.
up. That's different. I like the bat symbol. I like that it's like metal and it looks like it's like moving parts, like the Arkham game.
Yep.
I think that's really cool. But with these things, like a lot of times you can't just judge it by that first picture. You know what I mean? I gotta see the thing in action.
Well,
Maybe like the nose won't look as silly. And somebody took that picture and made it color, basically edited it, and it just looks weird. I feel like his eyes are kind of weird. Like I don't know. I gotta see it like full on because that was just like a screen test.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's not even in the movie. Like
we're gonna see, and that makes it even worse. That's a screen
I don't
test,
know
and
why
that's
he
what you're
dropped
showing
that.
us.
That's so weird.
But yeah, seeing it from different angles, seeing how he looks like from different angles, obviously, and his horns. We didn't see his horns. His horns are not in the picture. And that's like a really fundamental part of Batman are his horns.
They just took it out.
Yeah, they're like no horn. And that's the thing. It's like, I wonder what he look like with no horns. But, I thought that obviously with the red, it makes it look like Daredevil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And a lot of people are saying that.
Yeah.
It's all over the internet. Everyone's comparing it to Daredevil. I thought it was just us who made that connection. Everyone's saying it. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's blatantly
I think
obvious.
it's the color that adds to it too. Just the way the suit looks.
And
like,
the red.
And the red.
Like
that's a
that's
cherry
not-
on top of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's just not. That is not the right picture of Batman to release, and it kind of makes me a little bit nervous. Like, does Matt Reeves get?
It's just like I just think it was a bad idea to drop the screen test. Like immediately, I looked at it and I'm like, all right, but I'm sure it's gonna look better than that in the movie.
But I'm saying if you're looking at it and you're going, okay, we're gonna release a picture for the public to see, like something that captures Batman, and that's what you pick. It's like, do you how well?
It's almost like he's trying to test it out. Like, all right, let's see what they shit on, and then let's make some changes.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Like maybe
hope
that's why he dropped it because that's the only logical thing. Like it wasn't even like official. It was just kind of out of nowhere. He just posted it. You know
So
what I
what
mean?
did he post it on Twitter?
I think it was Twitter. I'm pretty sure it was Twitter.
He went out and posted it.
Yeah, he posted it.
Why
It was
would
just
he?
so random. I don't even think we're ready yet for that. You know what I mean?
I just don't think it's a good picture.
It's not.
They could have just had him in a normal room, like, "Hey, this is what Batman looks like." I'm like,
Like
"Oh,
Ben
okay."
Affleck. They did an official photo shoot for Zack Snyder.
Oh, really?
for
To
Zack
release
Snyder's
it?
Batman. Yeah.
Yeah. Why not do that? Why release this?
And we got like the movie look of what Batman would look like. Like we
knew
straight up
what he looked
saw
like.
what Ben Affleck's Batman was going to look like.
Exactly. So I don't know. I mean,
We'll see. I just give me the goddamn trailer. You know, just give me the trailer. I just want to see it. I want to see what Batman looks like. I want to see the Gotham. Just want to see where they're going with this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am excited for this. I am excited for this Batman movie because it's Batman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Matt
we'll
Reeves
see.
is a good director, and then like we've talked about it before, the screaming match. So it's like I'm not too worried about the studio coming in like, no, you can't do this.
Yeah,
like,
they won't.
Matt Reeves is not having that, and I like that a lot.
It'll be more
we'll
of a it'll be more of a creative type of movie because he's gonna do his own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who said that? Oh, I'd only come back if it was a creative endeavor.
Jim Carrey said that about the Mask sequel. Yeah.
Like when he said that, I get what he means. You know what I'm saying? It's like a director comes on the studio, can't touch it, and this guy's got his own personal, very bizarre depiction of perception of the character that he wants to make, like the Joker. You know, it's a very creative, really different. You know, because those movies usually excel. Those movies are just really outside of like Logan.
Yeah,
it's outside of the norm, and you know that I think it gets closer to the reason why we make movies in the first place.
Yeah.
As opposed to just we're going to do this for money. We're going to make it a horror thing. We're going to make it a feminist thing like the Birds of Prey.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Which is a great segue. Okay, you said that Rotten Tomatoes was what?
I think it was like a 90 something when it first the first week it came out. I'm not sure what it's at right now. It's not doing good in the box office at all.
That movie, well, you know what? You know what's crazy too? Now that we're censoring, I feel like I could say anything, right? I could say, okay, I'm going to stop because I know it's work, but
I could over.
you be yourself over here on the podcast with me. But that movie, I feel like it got a high rating on Rotten Tomatoes because Rotten Tomatoes obviously has been corrupted like a twat. Like they gave what they give? What was the big thing? It was Dave Chappelle's stand up.
Oh yeah.
That was absolutely
bombed.
Yeah. And it was like it's politically charged. And so this whole third wave feminist, intersectional feminism being in that movie, and then you have the people on Rotten Tomatoes like, oh, this is a great movie. And then it hits the theaters and it bombs, it trashes. It's just another example of Rotten Tomatoes being so inaccurate, being so politically charged, so biased politically.
Well, it's the people that they're collecting the reviews from.
That's what I mean.
Because it's not like Rotten Tomatoes is writing a review on a movie. They're
they're
collecting it from
leftist
people.
Yeah. That's the problem. But that's what I mean though. Like it is kind of like Rotten
And
Tomatoes.
the people I watch for movie reviews, their reviews, most of them don't even end up in the calculation for Rotten Tomatoes either.
Well, see, that's what I mean. So like it kind of actually does get into Rotten Tomatoes as a company. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they're picking people who are predisposed to give us a high rating for a movie like that.
Yeah,
as
like Captain Marvel gets bombed on Rotten Tomatoes, but Birds of Prey is exceeding, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So I won't go see it.
No, I'm not gonna go see it either. No interest.
No, none whatsoever.
I don't need to. I liked Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad. I got enough of it.
The show.
I wanted to see Joker and Harley Quinn. Remember they were going to do that movie?
Gonna do that.
I did want to see that. I really did. But they're not going to do it, so I just don't care. Don't care.
And you know what? That TV show, I guarantee you, is better than the Birds of Prey movie.
I hear. Yeah.
Guarantee you it's
People
better.
are talking about that show.
It's the same premise.
I gotta check it out.
She breaks up with the Joker, and then she goes on her own with Ivy. It's like it's like the same. I mean, Ivy's not
I like the premise. Like, I like the premise of Birds of Prey. I like the story that they were going to go for. You know what I
You
mean?
know
Like, I
what?
had interest in the movie. I was like, okay, this might be good. We'll see. And then they did what we assumed they were probably going to do.
You know what? It would have been a cool concept. I like, the Birds of Prey with Ventress. Or is it Huntress? Huntress.
Yeah.
What the is Ventress?
Ventress?
Asajj Ventress. That's what I'm thinking of. From Star Wars. You know that? Asajj Ventress.
No.
No? That's the you ever see the animated show?
Which one?
The Star Wars Clone
The
Wars.
Clone Wars, yeah.
You've seen it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that the with the two red lightsabers.
Oh,
Bald, white, pale.
Okay, yeah.
Asajj Ventress.
Okay, that's her name.
I don't know why I got a Huntress Ventress, but anyway. Huntress from Birds of Prey, the crossbow type. Like she's in, was it Young Justice or something?
Is she?
There's like a cartoon, or maybe it's called Birds of Prey. I'm not sure. I don't really know, but she's a popular character. Her and Black Canary. Remember Injustice?
I know
2?
Black Canary. Yeah.
Like I thought this movie was gonna be about them, and Harley Quinn was gonna play a part in it. And Roman Sionis, Black
When
Mask,
they
was gonna be
announced
in
the
it.
movie, that's literally what they said. It was this female team-up movie, but no, it turns out it's actually a Harley Quinn movie.
It's like a Harley
with
Quinn
these
movie.
other side characters.
And I don't understand that. Especially, it's almost like they don't understand that the cartoon is running at the same time. It's like they don't know.
They don't understand.
Like, because the cartoon is literally that. That is the cartoon. It's like, well, you guys had an opportunity to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
You could have had the Birds of Prey, who people like. You already have Birds of Prey as an established show. Like, people are watching the Birds of Prey or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they know the characters. So why not just make the movie about them, and then they're going to go after Harley Quinn because she's a bad guy. They're good. So is it a female team-up movie? Not really, because the Birds of Prey are going to be after Harley Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't do that,
Yeah.
I still, they just, there's the incompetence at Warner Brothers is astounding. It's astounding. And then when you were telling me about Green Lantern having like a live action show.
Oh, HBO Max. is doing it. Yep.
It's just wow.
What?
Wow.
How did they think that was a good idea? You let go of that. Whatever. We went into it when we talked about it, but it's so stupid. Like, you guys should have made. I mean, there's a big chance you would have messed it up, but like, you guys should have made that movie.
They need
financial wise, business decision wise. You guys should have made a Green Lantern movie. You guys said you were making a Green Lantern movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, DC just after the fallout of Justice League, it just fell apart. After that. Their plans just the head guy got taken out. They put someone new in. Like, and since the new guys come in, I mean,
well, Wonder Woman.
I didn't like Aquaman. I don't care that it made $1 billion. Like I was like, oh man, maybe this movie is good. I watched it and I'm like, no, I will never watch that movie again. I don't like Aquaman, and a lot of people like Aquaman.
Well,
it seems like a fun movie, but it wasn't. It just wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't for me, and I love Jason Momoa. That's literally the only reason I saw it. I mean, Aquaman. I don't really care about Aquaman. Yeah. I love Jason Momoa.
Yeah. And the thing is now, there's a trend that's going on is that if you make a action-filled superhero movie, you can hit $1 billion.
Oh yeah.
And it doesn't have to be good.
Overseas.
I know it is.
They
overseas,
love that stuff,
but like, just think about that. Like, that's a thing where it's like, if it's superhero related, because everyone knows the characters.
Venom came this close.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, that's as long as it's just action.
$1 billion doesn't mean what it used to.
No, that too.
It used to be so crazy.
That too.
Now it's like, oh yeah.
But you know what I mean. That's like your movie to blow up like that, like the Joker. Joker blows up because it's Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it has Batman's not even in the movie, but it's the Joker. And and Joaquin Phoenix did a great job. So we're all gonna go see. It's like, if they called it anything else, it wouldn't have made as much money.
Yeah.
Even though it's not really based on the character. That is just it's a fascinating thing.
Another segue over. So this picture you see here, this is a leaked picture from the merchandise for Wonder Woman. That's Cheetah. That's what she's. So she is there. She is gonna go full Cheetah, and I think that's a really good idea because in the trailer it was just she was just a regular woman. And I'm like, well, what are they gonna do? Is she gonna be like Cheetah? Like, because I think of Cheetah, I think of Injustice. That's the only place I've ever seen Cheetah.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I wanted them to go for.
Was
you
she
know
was
what I
in
mean?
Injustice. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she was.
And she was good in
Yeah,
Injustice. She was
bad
fun to use.
motherfucker, yeah.
But that's really what I wanted them to go for. So yeah, this leak is just like merchandise. This happens all the time. All the time. So many different movies, like the merchandise pictures leak, and you go, oh, okay.
That's cool.
So they are going full Cheetah with her. And I can't wait for Wonder Woman 2 because I really liked Wonder Woman 1. You know?
Yeah.
And their focus isn't this team up thing anymore. Like Wonder Woman doesn't look like it's connected to anything, you know?
Why wouldn't it be? That's the hard part to explain.
It's hard to explain that they're going forward. I don't understand what their plan is. Like, are you just going to ignore Justice League completely and just keep making Wonder Woman and Aquaman movies?
Right. And then what about Shazam? Like, we have Shazam and...
Shazam had nods, but they could get away with saying it's not direct, like it's not in the same universe.
But I'm just thinking of like a Wonder Woman movie. If she's encountering danger that is equivalent to, I don't know, the Battle of New York or like a big deal, then someone else is going to show up.
Yeah, and is it going to be Aquaman because you're still using Aquaman? But that means you're continuing the story. They put themselves in quite the situation.
Yeah, they're in a pickle.
Yeah, but the thing with Wonder Woman that works in their favor is that these movies are taking place in the past, like Wonder Woman, 84, 89.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you don't have to bring those characters in because it's almost like Captain Marvel. You have all this time to tell stories where just ignore it. But Aquaman...
Yeah, but the new Wonder Woman's going to be... Oh, no.
1984.
It is, right. Yeah, so it is prior. Oh, yeah.
So, like, that works for Wonder Woman, but what I'm saying is Aquaman, what are they going to do? They're not doing past it. It's continuing with Aquaman. You just not going to mention anything.
Are they going to make an Aquaman 2?
Yeah. Aquaman 2 is already in development, and there's a spin-off of Aquaman.
Well...
The Dwench...
Dwench? Dwench?
The Trench Dwellers.
Oh. I thought you were trying to say a name. Dwench.
I couldn't do it. But yeah. I mean, dude, any movie that makes $1 billion, the chances of a sequel coming out, like look at Aladdin 2.
Oh, come on.
They're doing Aladdin 2 and it's not even Return to Jafar. They're doing a completely different story. Guy Ritchie's coming back. Yeah. Aladdin 2. And it's only because it made $1 billion.
What about The Lion King?
We'll see.
Didn't The Lion King make him $1 billion?
Yeah, it did. We'll see.
That movie sucks.
I won't be shocked. You saw it?
No.
I didn't like it. I went to the movies and saw it, and I think I told you. I was like, the first 15 minutes, I was in awe. I was watching it, and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And then it hit a part where I was like, well, what am I doing? Exactly. Like, what is this?
Yeah, right.
At least change some things in it. Like, I don't know, do not a different story, but you know what I mean? It was just literally like a shot-for-shot live-action thing, which was cool for about 15, 20 minutes till you realize that
it's
the original is just so much better.
Yeah,
no, it's not
so much better. No, I know, but I just mean like it's the same plot.
Yeah,
number one.
I know everything
that's
going to happen, and it's not even. The feeling isn't even close to what the original
cartoon
was.
could capture. Yeah, I was at my dad's the other day.
I won't be shocked if they do another one. I really won't. It made $1 billion. It's so stupid.
I was at my dad's the other day, and you know, my stepsister was like, "Oh yeah, I watched Aladdin or whatever," and I'm like, "Oh, did she watch the new one or the old one?" She's like, "The new one." I'm like, "Why? Why would you? Why? Well, because it's new. Because it's new." So my sister's perception of Aladdin and Lion King are some garbage ass.
She hasn't seen the.
No, she hasn't seen the cartoons. So she's just seen the new ones.
What's your dad doing?
That's what I don't. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why are you?
I get it. Yeah, I get it. Show her the live actions, but you gotta show her the originals.
Yeah, obvious. Like that's like
showing someone Force Awakens up to a Rise of Skywalker, but never showing them the original Star Wars movies.
Just showing them the prequels and then Force Awakens
no idea
on.
What it is.
They'd be like, "What the? Yeah." I don't know. I was like, "What the are you doing?" There's many things that my dad does. But yeah, they let her watch Spawn or something like that. No, it was Ghost Rider. Like, why would you?
What, the first one?
Yeah, Ghost Rider, she's gonna scare the shit out of her, and it did. Like obviously, and I just imagine that as a kid.
Nicolas Cage alone in that movie would terrify a child.
Just imagine a kid understanding any basic concept of death, a skeleton. So if she watches He-Man, she likes He-Man. You know, it's Skeletor.
Yeah,
right?
some kids can take it and some can't because, like, I watched movies like that at a really young age that I shouldn't have. I saw Spawn in elementary school. You know what I mean? Like,
well, she's not even in elementary school. She's 5. She saw it when she was like 4 or 5. So her perception of death is so basic.
Darren, you got to get in there, bro. Like, she hasn't seen the original Lion King. They're showing her.
I know. No, I've been
like,
saying that to them. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, but yeah, no. Just imagine a body, right? A skeleton. What her imagination of a skeleton is a dead thing. It's dead. It doesn't move. Just
how old is she now?
She's 5 now. I just couldn't imagine her sitting there looking and seeing this person turn into something dead that she perceives as dead.
That looks painful when he does it.
That too. And then the fire comes up and he's walking around talking.
Killing people.
How would that make any... If you're a kid, your perception is so not... It's not ready. Not ready for it. So just get it.
Yeah, I feel like I wasn't ready for Spawn. I really wasn't when I was younger. That movie was
Spawn
so
was a hard...
creepy to me when I was younger.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to watch Spawn when I was a kid.
What age did you finally see Spawn?
I was probably like 10 or 11. And even then...
That's still pretty young.
Even then...
because that's probably around when I saw it. Like, it was, probably around there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can get away with it. You'll walk away with no scars.
That's when it's tricky. It's like, all right, either this is going to mess you up or you're going to like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me, it kind of did both.
Yeah, right. But I walked away from Spawn and I wasn't up.
Oh,
Thriller
it
sent me into
yeah. Spawn messed me up. Spawn messed me up a little bit. It was the clown, the villain.
The clown was yeah.
I used to get terrified of I remember this when I was younger. Michael Keaton's Batman. The very beginning of the movie where Jack Nicholson falls in, when his hand comes out, for some reason, terrified me. I couldn't even look at the screen when it would. I know it was about to happen, and I knew in my head, I'm like, I just got to get past the scene. And then it's Batman time. You know what I mean? For some reason, it terrified me. And I see it now, and I'm like, why? It's just a hand coming out, but I'll just never forget it. Never forget it.
That movie scared me
scary.
too. That movie scared me too. I didn't like how he did his face was like melting or whatever, but it was really water and it was the makeup and he kind of does the thing that scared me. And then what else scared me about it? Him when he gets out of the acid thing and the doctor's like messing with him and he's like laughing and he looks at himself and he freaks out. I just didn't like it because it was crazy.
It was.
Like I just didn't. I wasn't used to insanity like that.
Jack
you know?
Nicholson just. Oh man, he was my Joker for so long. Where I think of Joker and I thought of Jack Nicholson.
Well, he
right
was
off
the
bat.
Joker actually all the way up to Heath Ledger.
Right? Yeah.
He was a Joker for what 30 years?
It was like he was made to play that character. His smile, his cheekbones. You know what I mean? Like he was born to play that role.
Yeah. What else?
Also, I guess it's the DC episode. Shazam 2 started filming.
Okay.
You have any interest in seeing the second one? You liked the first one, right?
I did like the first one.
Any interest in the second one?
I mean, I don't know.
My thing is, I'm not hype about the second one. What I am hype about is I want to see Black Adam in Shazam. I want to see The Rock's Black Adam go at the Shazam that we have now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited for, and that's not in Shazam 2. Because they're going to have Shazam 2. That's going to be I don't know what's going on in Shazam 2. Black Adam has his own movie, which we've discussed. And I don't know how that's going to play out. We'll see. Because, like, I feel like you have The Rock as a main character. Like, you're going to make him more like an anti-hero. And it's like, no, Black Adam's a villain. Like, I don't want to be rooting for this guy through the movie.
Right.
And then you're going to have him go against Shazam. It's kind of like the whole Venom and Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
why?
Venom was an anti-hero, which in the comics, there's comic lines where that's how it is.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you're going to have him go at Spider-Man. What am I going to do? I'm attached to Eddie Brock now. Like, I feel for him, and I feel like he's a good dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like he's going to go kill this kid. Like,
well, but if they did it, they would have to transform his character. That's the thing.
Or
can't
he'll
go-
have to get it messed up. He'll have to think Spider-Man did something that he didn't, or something like
Yeah,
that.
but Venom hates Spider-Man.
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
wants
he
to kill Spider-Man.
Yeah, and I can't see the Venom we have now with Tom Hardy getting like, oh, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right.
I'm gonna eat you.
Exactly. Like it has to be like they have to really change his character, which they could do.
Which, I mean, like, he ate people in Venom,
yeah,
but it wasn't a 15-year-old kid.
right.
Who is Spider-Man? Clearly a good dude.
Right,
You know what
right.
I mean?
Like
He
I'm
was
saying,
eating
like
bad people.
If Venom, if the symbiote got a little out of control,
Mm-hmm.
and Eddie Brock, I want to call him Tom Hardy, you know what I mean? Kind of was getting compelled to do things that are bad,
Which
are bad.
Symbiote is known to do.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like if they make him more of a bad guy, and then have Spider-Man
It just
come in,
sucks for the Venom, for the Venom that they set up. You know, it's just such a turn for
such
that
a turn.
character.
But you know they did it in the comics.
Yep.
They did the what the hell was it called again?
Lethal Protector, is that what it is?
Yeah, Lethal Protector. That's it. And then they made Venom a bad guy all the way, so they could do the same thing.
Mhm.
You have to make him a bad guy all the way if he's going to fight Spider-Man.
Yes.
I mean, I understand. Yes, he
Yeah.
could get it really wrong in his mind to think that Spider-Man's guilty of something. But then if you think about it more, it's like Venom's going to really kill this kid
Unless
because
Venom
he did
gets
something
off
wrong?
of Eddie Brock and is its own being, which I don't think has ever happened. You know,
Well,
like
Spider-Man 3.
because it needs an organism to live, right?
yeah. He's a
so it
host
can't even,
to-
can't even do that.
No.
Yeah, because then if that was the case, then symbiotes would just come to Earth and just murk
Yeah,
everything.
Exactly. Yeah, they wouldn't. Why would they attach to somebody?
yeah.
Yeah, but what were you talking about before that? It wasn't Venom.
Oh, Black Adam.
Black Adam.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
so I don't
Shazam
know how
too.
they're gonna go about the Black Adam movie. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
are they gonna go about it like Joker, where it's like, yes, I empathize with that character, but I can also see he's messed up. You know,
Right.
He's Not a,
That's what they should do.
that is what they should
Maybe
do.
you could empathize with him, perhaps. I didn't
Mhm.
really empathize that much with the Joker, though.
I felt bad for him. You know,
Yeah, I guess.
It was
but it was
shitty.
so weak.
Mhm.
It was so weak. Like I felt bad for him. Why? Because something unrealistic
yeah, it
was
wasn't
happening to
compelling
him.
enough to me be like, you know, what they thought the movie was gonna do to people.
exactly,
You know,
right.
like that
No.
didn't happen.
He's killing people, and I'm like, he's crazy.
But it's not like I always go back to it. Magneto is like
Oh yeah.
the perfect character when you're talking about something like that. Where
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
yes, he's a villain, but also when you really think about it, like in that world, humans are really shitty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
And he's got it. He's got a way that can actually persuade somebody of his side.
and he's not a
you could see.
psycho killer, mate. You know
Right,
what
exactly.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like he wants to protect his people.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it makes sense. Did I tell you I saw Ex Machina?
Yep.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it
Okay,
yet.
you didn't see it. Damn. Why don't I really talk about it then? I thought it was good.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
I've heard that a lot. I've just never had a chance. It's never popped up somewhere, and it didn't compel me enough to go rent it. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean?
I think you
remember
should
seeing
watch
the
it.
trailers, and I was like, "Oh, that looks interesting."
Yeah.
Another science fiction movie.
It's good, but the thing is, I feel like it's good, but the only reason why I think it's good, well, no, no, it is a good movie, but what am I trying to say? I think it's actually a great movie. I think
Mhm.
it's a great movie. I didn't like it as much as Upgrade, but I thought it was great. But the reason why it's great is because it's so smart, and I think that's going to go over a lot of people's heads. If you get the main concept of the movie,
Mhm.
yeah, it's a good movie. But if
And
you see
it'll take you through the movie, but then
it'll
there's
take you
this
through the movie and you'll like it.
extra-
But yeah, but if you really think about it, like when I did with The Watchmen,
Mm.
like how like she's telling that joke, and I'm like, I don't know what
But
I'm
yeah,
doing.
when we talked about it, I'm like, okay, I thought that was really dope, but I didn't take it the way you
right.
did.
I'm
Yeah.
like thinking about it in a way from the writer's perspective,
Mhm.
like who sat down and wrote it and what they're really trying to say with it. And that's what I get with Ex Machina. Like you could just watch it and be like, okay, and then you could really like think about it.
Mhm.
Think about the characters and the dynamics between them and what's happening and be like, this is a great play on these concepts that are invisible to the average moviegoer who's not thinking that deeply into it, you know? So is it a good movie? Yeah. Would you like it? Probably.
That was another movie that wasn't like in a whole bunch of theaters. What's that company? A24. They do those smaller movies.
Yeah,
all
that
the
was
time.
an independent type of thing. Yeah, and they, you know what? When they do those independent type of movies, sometimes it's fire.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I probably will check it out at some point because I mean, you say it's science fiction and it's a good movie, like that's right up my alley. You know, why wouldn't I check it out?
Yeah,
so yeah,
I
I'll
think
probably
you'd
check
like it.
that out at some point.
Yeah.
What else? Oh yeah, they're doing a Saints Row movie, right? And you know F. Gary Gray.
Who's that?
He directed like Friday, and what was that recent movie he just did? It was a big one.
Comedy movies?
Not always comedies. Oh, he did the NWA movie.
Oh,
He did that too. He's writing the script along with whoever's writing the script for the new Mortal Kombat movie, which I looked them up and I don't know any of the movies that he's written before, so that doesn't mean anything to me. You know, I don't know how he is. I haven't seen this new Mortal Kombat movie.
It's not out
but they're
yet.
writing a script and they wanted to do like the next big crazy franchise, kind of like Fast and the Furious, but with Saints Row. And my first thought was like, either you're gonna pull that off and it's gonna be a box office thing and just a fun thing, or it's gonna be so bad. It's gonna tank with the first movie and no one's ever gonna talk about it again.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm surprised
Row.
they're even doing a Saints Row. I mean, Saints Row isn't what I didn't play Saints Row 3. I played Saints Row 1, and that's the only one I played.
Yeah.
And I understand that they went off on some completely
Yeah, they went crazy. Yeah.
So, like, and I think they're going with that. Like, when they went off with the crazy stuff, that's what they want to make a movie about. Not like, because Saints Row 1 was Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, it was it was super gangster, super gangster, like San Andreas.
Yeah,
like the gang banging type, like you know what I mean.
And I liked it. I beat the first Saints Row.
Yeah.
I really liked that game.
The second one was great too.
I played a little bit of the second one. I didn't get a chance to beat it. I rented that game. I didn't actually.
The second one was similar to the first one. It had like a bigger story, like a just more improved. And it was the third one.
Yeah. Casey actually bought the third one, and I remember watching her back in the day, watching her play, and I'm like, "This is Saints Row, What? This is bonkers, and in a great way too. I mean, it looked like
it was hella fun,
but like, it wasn't a game that I wanted to play. Yeah.
I played the third one.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
I'm sure it was fun.
I played.
Was there any online for it?
There was. I can't remember though. I don't remember.
I feel like that'd be really fun with Saints Row 3, like online.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, it was just kind of like, it was like, Grand Theft Auto, right? Like you just play Grand Theft Auto with all the cheats activated. It's like you play Saints Row the third. That's what it's called, the third.
Crazy things are happening.
Yeah,
like Grand Theft Auto, crazy things are happening. People are getting shot, but like Saints Row, people are flying around, blowing things. Like it's just bonkers.
Yeah, anti-gravity. You can make like parts of the city like zombies, and like you'd be like driving through a chunk of the city, and then everyone will be a zombie, and then there's some people like innocent people running around that get killed and shit.
It's so crazy.
It's dope. Like it was a dope time. I got into
So was Saints Row not working?
I think it was. But here's the thing. I don't know what happened to because it was 2K that was making the games, that was publishing the games.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if something happened to the studio or why they decided to make that change. I think it's because of Grand Theft Auto, but I don't know that for certain because the first one was straight gangster.
And that literally you're just competing with Grand Theft Auto at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was the competition. Then the second one was more silly. It was more silly, but it was
I don't remember much of the second one.
Yeah, it was still grounded in reality. It was more silly. Like, I remember playing the second one. The second one was hilarious. Like I remember playing the second one, and like you would get in a street fight with someone, and then like a bunch of people like Grand Theft Auto. If you like punch a biker in the head, and then a bunch of bikers come at you or whatever, it was like that. And people would pick up anything. Like you'd have like a random guy walking on the sidewalk, and be like, "What the fuck?" And he'll go and grab like they'll pull out like mufflers that they find in like a junkyard, like weird, like a TV. Like a guy will come at you with a box TV. It was like
That's
trying
awesome.
to be, you know what I mean? It was trying to be serious, but at the same time, it had silly elements. Like your guy would do things that are like kind of unrealistic that just kind of like, it just looked like a parody. It looked really silly. And then they just took it all the way with the third one. And I mean, it must have been just because they wanted to get away from Grand Theft Auto. I can't see any other reason why. Saints Row 2, I think, sold 2 million copies.
Didn't Saints Row 3 sell like a shit ton?
Yeah, it did. It was really successful. And then they just kind of kept it going. And
that was smart for them, though, because do you want to compete with Grand Theft Auto? Like, no, you don't.
Would not survive.
No, you would not. Grand Theft Auto is one of the biggest game franchises of all time. You're just going to copy it? Like,
they wouldn't live. But I think they knew that. I think they're like, guys, Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5. Well, I mean, Grand Theft Auto 4 comes out, and they're like, well, guys, I mean, we're not going to do... Saints Row 3 has to be different. Has to be different now. I mean, how many millions of people bought Grand Theft Auto 4? You know what I'm saying? Then the rumors, everyone's talking Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to come out. It's going to be, you get the jets, you're going to be able to do all this. It's going to be California. It's going to
switch between characters.
Yeah, a realistic story, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, guys, what the are we doing? Are we going to go up against Rockstar with their... No. We're going to get eaten alive,
I feel like the most bonkers... Yeah, I feel like the most bonkers Grand Theft Auto is still San Andreas.
Yeah, when you say bonkers, what do you mean?
Like, just crazy stuff. Like, almost you're getting into Saints Row 3 territory. Like, I raided Area 51, stole a jetpack.
Yeah, right.
You know
I
mean?
know
Like,
what you
really
mean.
crazy stuff happened in San Andreas. Like, I mean, it gets a little bonkers in all of them. I mean, 4 or 5, but San Andreas was really like...
I call it silly. It's just silly.
It's crazy. I rolled up to Area 69 and stole a jetpack.
Grand Theft Auto 4, you can't do that shit.
Yeah,
Grand Theft
right.
Auto 5, you can't. I don't even think you do that in Vice City.
I don't think so.
Like, Vice City is not silly that.
I only got fragments of Vice City in my memory. Because I know I played 3. I don't remember any of it. I just played with it like as a little kid. I don't remember the story or anything. I remember fragments of the story of Vice City. And then I remember the whole story of San Andreas in 4 and 5.
It's impossible to play the old ones now. It's impossible. Like, I tried to play Vice City, and I was like, dog, I
don't know. I feel like I could still have a good time with San Andreas. San Andreas is still, like, one of my favorite Grand Theft Auto games. It really is.
Yeah.
It's the one I played the most, for sure. I used to remember the cheat codes. Just give me a controller, I can close my eyes and just do a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
So crazy. Just, even after you beat the game.
The map was huge. There was so many things to do. Your character, like you work out and you eat and your sex appeal thing. It was like these bars.
I wish they would have added that again.
I know.
I'm surprised they didn't.
I know, me too.
That was a really cool factor that they added into it.
They had a little bit of if you, like in Grand Theft Auto 5, if you just keep sprinting and sprinting and sprinting and sprinting, you get more stamina.
Yeah.
If you keep doing these things. They had a little bit of...
I could literally just make him obese. I literally could just keep eating and eating and eating, and he'd just be a fat guy walking around. And that was cool. Or you could just be a scrawny little dude. I like that.
Yeah.
Like, just the variety. But, man, Grand Theft Auto 5, just the story was just so good. Yeah. I became so attached to those characters, especially Michael. Michael was like my dude. You know what I mean? Yeah. I liked Trevor because he was funny, and I always want to call him CJ, but Franklin. He's basically CJ. Every time I look at him, I'm like, you guys just wanted to do CJ again. Basically.
I feel like he's Royce the 5'9". I made him look just like that. I had him with the glasses and the tattoos. I had everything.
That's so accurate, dog. I picture it, and you put a fitty cap on him and a tank top with
a beard or whatever. Yeah, it's like, yo, that's Royce.
That's wicked funny.
Yeah,
I definitely didn't like Franklin as much as CJ though.
No. Actually,
I would say I like Michael as much as CJ. I love CJ, and I loved the character of Michael.
I think Michael's the best one.
The aspect and everything was just like.
I think he's the best one. And Trevor, I like Trevor. I found him entertaining, but
that's it. It was mostly, I feel like, entertainment.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing,
Right.
But I wasn't as emotionally invested.
No. He was a sick. If he died, I was like, good, we got rid of him.
Yeah.
Piece of I just didn't like him. And I didn't like how he kills the guy from The Lost and the Damned.
Yeah.
That's like, what?
That was really the moment where you're like, yeah, this character is just shit.
Yeah, he's off the walls. Yeah. But that was like, why did we really him? Like we liked him from Grand Theft Auto 4 as a DLC character.
Out of him, right?
Yeah, he stomps his head in, and it's like, I don't think that man would die at the hands of Trevor in that moment. What is he even doing in California? He's in New York, Liberty City. Like, you just imagine playing DLC like a main character, and he ends up getting killed like that. Like, so Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, and Michael's getting shanked by some piece of trailer park trash. Like,
yeah,
that's like, really? He was a main character. Like, why are you gonna do him like that? I didn't like that, and I think it was just like, that's how we're introduced to Trevor, and it's like, well, that's just a stain on your character.
They just want you like that. That's really what they wanted, and they executed that great.
Yeah,
that was really a really like crazy aspect of a video game, being able to just switch between characters in an open world whenever you want.
Yeah,
and the fact that like they would be doing the most random. And then you ever try to get them close together?
Oh, yeah.
And,
yeah, that's right.
Trevor freaks out. If I did it with Michael, and Trevor freaks out. Like, when I got close, I forgot exactly what he did, but he absolutely freaked out. And he, like, ran away or something. Like, because I just kept switching back and forth. Getting them closer and closer. But, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Grand Theft Auto 5 is crazy. That was, like, evolutionary for
groundbreaking.
Video games. Like, oh, my God.
Grand Theft Auto 6. I told you that was going to probably be the last Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Which, what we were saying they should do, like, do it. Yeah. Make it be the last one and just keep, because, I mean, to this day, they're still adding stuff to Grand Theft Auto 5. I see it all the time online, and I'm like, damn, people are really still online playing that game.
Yeah. Yeah. And the mods help, too.
And it's not like I got sick of it quick. It took me over a year.
All right.
I mean, even when, because I had it for the 360, and then the Xbox One edition came out and got me back into it for
first person mode. Remember they had the first person?
Oh, my God. Yup.
Yeah.
And the way it looked.
The graphics and everything.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Dog, did I tell you about Thumper?
Thumper?
Yeah, did I tell you about that game?
I don't think so.
I went to my dad's, and he has this vest that vibrates. It's like this, it's like for games.
Like Ready Player One? Like
Ready Player One, yeah, sure. Like you get shot, and it, like, shakes and shit. Yeah. I don't know why my dad bought this. I don't know. Anyway, he bought it, and he has it for his PlayStation VR. And it's this game called Thumper, and you play as a beetle. I know it's very strange, but you play as this metal beetle that's like, it's like the Silver Surfer, but he's a beetle, and he's in this lane. It's like this, I don't know. It's like a racetrack lane, like think of Hot Wheels or something. And it's all colorful, and you're in a void. You're like in space, and like there's music. It's like boom, 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 boom. It's like heavy, like techno music, and it vibrates with your chest.
Where did he find this game?
No idea. I don't know. I don't even know what possessed him to buy it. But so he was like, oh, I'm gonna buy this game. Buy this like $15 or something like that. And I went over. He's like, you have to play this game. Now my dad texted me and told me I had to play this game, and he never does that. So I was like, wow, this must be some extra. And I went there, and I put the vest on, and put the thing on, and I'm playing it. It was amazing. Amazing. Dog, all you're doing is hitting the X button when the things come up, and like you're bouncing around, but the vest with the music.
How much is the vest? And it's like, it's for the PSVR?
It's for consoles. You use it for your Xbox. You use it for your, I think you can use it for your PC. No, it's like
I've heard of this technology, but I didn't know it was something people were just going out and buying for their PlayStation.
It's not. It's very abnormal. It's a third-party vendor. It's certainly not Microsoft or Sony.
Okay, so it's not from Sony.
No.
Oh,
it's a third-party type of. He bought. I don't even know where he found it.
The black market, where he found the game.
Yeah, right. Like I don't know where he found it, and I don't know what possessed him to buy the vest. That really blew my. He goes, "Yeah, check this vest out, dog." He's got this box, probably this big, and there's probably 8 wires plugged into it. And there's wires and cables all over the place. And he's like, yeah, you got to strap it on, you click it in. I'm like, what? You don't even, what?
You look like a suicide bomber.
Yeah, like, you don't even play games that much. Like, why the are you buying this $100? I don't know how much he spent on it.
I'm curious as to how much that thing is.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's, dog, playing Thumper on that is
I gotta look up this
fire.
Thumper.
Yeah. If I played it on the computer or the your Xbox, and you play on the TV, it's like, oh, this is fun. It's kind of like Guitar Hero almost. It's like things are coming at you and you press the buttons at the same time and you're moving through and you're zipping around, you're doing shit wicked fast. But what's dope with the vest and the VR and the music's like this techno and it goes with the vest. The vest's like boom, 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 and you're playing it. It's like super intense and super quick. And there's colors and everything. It's like an LSD trip. It's fire.
I was just about to say this is made for people on drugs.
Yeah, right? It's fire. It's absolutely fire.
That's crazy. It just makes me think of Ready Player One. You ever see Ready Player One?
I watched it, yeah.
You like it?
I did.
I really like it. I saw it in the movie theater, and I liked it more than I thought I was going to.
Me too.
I really enjoyed that movie. And what is it? Krennic,
yeah.
Yeah.
Krennic.
Love him.
And they had the Spartans from Halo. Spartans from Halo in it, and they had the Lancer from Gears of War for a second.
That's one thing I loved about that movie because I've seen it 3 times. And the first time I saw characters, I'm like, oh, shit. And then second time I was like, oh man, I didn't notice that. And then the third time I'm like, I didn't notice that character again. Like, oh man, I really like that about that movie because there's just so many characters. You know, it's like the Endgame scene at the end of Endgame. That's literally what it was. Like, oh, it was so crazy. And the Chucky doll, that was so funny. Oh man. Yeah, that movie was a lot better than I thought it was.
Yeah, me too. And part of it, I think about how dope that movie is. I think about Krennic. I feel like he makes a big chunk of that movie very good.
Yeah, as soon as I think about that movie,
I think about him and his character, and I'm like, that was good. The way he did that, and how they just they want to have this bad guy, but he's not this generic, dumb bad guy. It just, I don't know, that sticks out to me, and that doesn't really happen a lot. They're thinking about the bad guy as a good part of the movie, not some generic bull. In fact, I felt like the main character was more generic than the bad guy. I don't know. I felt like the bad guy was more interesting for some reason.
Yeah, I really like that because I feel like he was getting typecasted. You know what I mean? It was
typecasted.
Where he just keeps playing a bad guy. And then I saw he got cast as one of the Skrulls in Captain Marvel. I'm like, oh, here we go again with the bad guy. And that made me enjoy the whole flip even more.
Yeah.
I'm like, not only did the Skrulls are villains, you know what I mean? Not only did they do that and I really liked it, but I got to see him actually play a good guy. And I like to see him as a good guy. He's really funny. He's really charismatic. He did really good. And I want to see more of him. Yeah, and we're gonna see more of him. He was in Far From Home in the end credit scene.
Oh,
apparently
really?
We were talking about it. He's Nick Fury right now, posing as Nick Fury.
Oh, yeah.
So they're definitely planning on bringing him back for Captain Marvel too.
It sucks because I don't know how long he's been acting, but now he's making it. He made it with Rogue One.
There's some actors like that. You know what I mean?
I don't get that.
You see them blow up, you're like, oh, they're really good. But dude, you're 50.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you didn't just get this good now. I'm sure you've been this good. That's the thing with actors. There's so many actors out there.
There's so many actors.
They just got to get that right part to really just put them on the map.
Think about that risk. I'm going to be an actor. Really? Because, you could be doing this for 30 years.
It's like being a rapper.
Well, not really. Not really.
There's so many people doing it.
Well, there's so many people doing it, but the difference between actors and let's just say rappers or singers, but rappers particularly, if you're a good actor, it doesn't really mean it doesn't really mean anything.
There's so many of them.
Like John Bernthal is an amazing actor. Doesn't mean
I was just about to ask, when did he come on the scene?
You know what I mean? He was in his 30s.
He popped out of nowhere,
late
and then
30s.
It was
yeah.
He's on the map.
But if you took a song, if you dropped, lose yourself to the music, the moment you want it, let it go. If you drop that, you don't really have to do a lot. You drop that on YouTube with a music video and you promote it, dog, that song's going to carry itself. That's a Grammy Award-winning song, right? If you dropped it, John Bernthal is in a room making these university students cry. And he's going to Russia, and he's going all over the place for years, and everyone's telling him you're an amazing actor. It doesn't really mean for, 10 years? Or it was I think it was 8 years. You know what I mean? It's not, so it's different than rap, especially rap.
Just makes me wonder how many more actors are out there that I would absolutely fall in love with.
But I
haven't
they're not on a
seen
platform.
Them yet. And they can pop out of anything.
Yep.
Anything. It could even be a shitty movie that they pop out in. And I'm like, oh my God, that guy's really good. You know what I mean?
It's like American Idol. Same thing with American Idol. It's
a good example.
You're a really good singer. You're boom. Immediately. You know, it's like, but you have to sing good.
And make songs that people
Yeah.
engage in,
That's a
and
different side. But
Yeah.
even if you're gonna get in the top 20 of American Idol, all you have to do is sing really good. That's it. You're singing other people's songs. You're not even writing, so you're just singing other songs. So you have a huge platform, huge spotlight. Acting, no. Amazing actor doesn't. There's no
there's people on TV, just on TV shows, aren't even doing movies, and they're great.
amazing actors, and they're not getting paid as much as Robert Downey Jr. They're not getting paid or the recognition as much as Robert De Niro.
Not a whole lot of people are getting paid as much as not as many people are getting paid as much as Robert Downey Jr. for Tony Stark.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't get that paycheck for Doolittle. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. But yeah, no, that's how I feel like it's like acting. I think is the hardest without a shadow of a doubt. I think singing is up there with the more easier.
It's like next to being a clarinet player.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's nothing.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
You're really good at the clarinet. It's like, well, so's this guy and that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Same with dancing. It's like, oh, you're a really good dancer. I mean,
yeah. At this point, because I feel like there was a time when, like, you remember America's Best Dance Crew, that show.
Did they have
and
that?
like the Jabberwockies and everything like that. I feel like there was a moment in time where like that was something special to see. You know, like them doing that. And then now at this point in time, 2020, we just see it so much like online all the time. It's not as a rare event as it was for like seeing America's Best Dance Crew or watching the You Got Served movies and seeing them go off. Like we've seen that so much now that it's just like, oh yeah.
It's not as big as
it, yeah, you're good, but
it's not as big as it used to be.
Yeah.
But you were never rich off it. You were never just a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
You were a singer, rapper, dancer. You weren't just a dancer, you know, unless you were a backup dancer and you had a job. But you weren't making millions. You're working for someone who's making millions. You know, you're the backup dancer for Lady Gaga.
You're probably making very good money.
Yeah,
but you're not famous. Like no one even knows you're there.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's looking at you.
And so,
that must suck. Dog, that must suck. They
backup
practice
dancer?
that routine and they're bomb at it and they're sweating and tears and blood and not a single person's looking at that.
I know.
Most
people aren't.
You could have tripped. No one noticed. No one's looking at you. That must suck.
I know.
All that hard work and it's like.
That's what I feel like with acting. Especially when they go on Broadway. They go on Broadway and there's like, I don't know, like 20 characters in one play. And they come out and they got this. You got this guy sitting in the corner while this other guy's doing this dialogue, and it's the guy sitting in the corner is actually fire, you know. But he doesn't have a whole lot to do in the play, and if he f***s up, he f***s up, whatever. You know, he's a no name. You know, it's like you don't really get a chance. It's actually, you know what? You know what's very similar to acting as one of the hardest things I think you could get being famous for is doing stand up comedy. I think acting and stand up comedy are the two hardest things you could do if you want to make it successful.
There's so many random stand-up comedians
that
I've
are
never
funny.
even heard of, and they're doing big shows too, and I've never even heard of them.
Yeah, and they're funny, dog. You could find some no name on YouTube who's hilarious, and he might get a little bit of, but
of traction. But
is he going to get as big as Kevin Hart? Is he going to get as big as Chris D'Elia or Joe Rogan or some of these other guys, Bill Burr?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not. Even if he's funnier, probably not. With rap though, or singing, or pop music, you just do a pop song. Billie Eilish blew up off of that one Ocean Eyes song that she uploaded to SoundCloud because it doesn't matter. The quality of the product is what blows it up. Like I said, if you released Eminem's album and you did that, you really can sit back. If you did the verses like how you were doing then just dropping and let the you could just drop Yonkers and
it's gonna certain reach cases where we see certain artists where it's like like King Los, you know what I mean, like doing his thing.
I think there's a big difference between Los and even Eminem, obviously, but I know,
yeah.
but even Joner, I can see Joner getting more views and stuff than Los. Even though they're similar,
he's trying to make more music, and Los is just ripping up beats.
Yeah, exactly. So
he had his little. We're a movie podcast where we're just
I know, right?
But, yeah, King Los had his moment, like when that song "War" came out. It seemed like he was really trying to make like
music
content. You know what I mean? And then people weren't really attacked. Like I liked it, but it didn't seem to really go anywhere. So it looks like he's back to just rapping.
I think he just cut it short. I don't think he followed through with it long enough. If you
think
go
so?
on Google Play and you look up Los, War is the first song that pops up.
Is it?
Yeah, it's his most popular song.
Wow.
It's like he didn't make any more of it. He did War and that was it. It's like, dog, why don't you just keep doing that? But he doesn't want to. You see what I'm saying? And that
he had a
speaks for
couple
itself.
songs on that album. It was just like that one moment in time. I feel like he was like, all right, like I'm an artist. I'm gonna make content, and then
he just
went
decided
right
not
back
to. Mixtape. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And it's not as popular.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not as popular. And then there is an argument to be said that like, oh well, you're saying that actors are so amazing and they're so great and they're not getting the looks. Well, look at someone like Token, right? He's an incredible like lyricist. Lyrical fidelity is just, you know what I mean? Crooked Eye.
Yeah, it takes more than just being able to rap,
but
which we've seen countless times in underground rap. Perfect.
Exactly.
Example.
So you have to. When I say good, I mean like your songwriting abilities, your music, your songs are really good. That if you have that, you really don't need much else. Same with singing. If you're an amazing singer and you can do some songwriting, you really don't need that much else.
This sucks. Like Crooked Eye's incredible, but I could go to work and ask a group of people who Crooked Eye is. I'll be surprised. Honestly, me thinking about work and everyone I work with, I'll be surprised if anyone knows who he is.
Yeah.
And he's incredible.
Yeah. So
it just works like that in certain professions. That just sucks.
Yep.
But you love it. You love doing it, and that's why you do it.
Right, exactly.
And it's working out for you. I mean, if you're this actor and you're amazing, but you're not getting the biggest role, but you're still acting, you're still doing what you love, and you're still getting parts that you love, and you're getting a paycheck for it, hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's really cool. How far are we in?
If only we can get a paycheck for this.
GG.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, 56 minutes. It
we're
didn't feel like that at all.
We're aren't we?
Yeah, we'll see what shut off. The audio's still going. God knows what camera went off. My camera should be fine though. iPhone 11 Pro Max battery life is immaculate.
It better be fine.
It is crazy. And then all the space I got 256 gigabytes of space.
Yeah.
And I haven't even passed 50.
Right. Well, you'll be fine.
You on the other hand. Yeah, you're good.
All right. And I was just more concerned about the thing falling.
Yeah. I mean, it makes for a good clip, but Jesus, that's an expensive phone that's smashing into the floor.
I showed my mom that clip. She couldn't breathe. She legitimately. I've never seen her laugh.
My mom thought it was really funny too.
I've never seen my mom laugh that hard at a video in my entire life, dog. My mom flipped her. I was worried about her holding my phone. My mom laughed so hard at that video.
You know what I think it is? I think it's that I censored it.
Me too.
When I texted you, I'm like, dog, you're not going to believe this, but I think I elevated how funny this is by like 10.
Censoring it, yeah.
It doesn't even make it. It's as soon as the clip starts, he's beeped. Beep.
Yeah.
And we're going back and forth. We're swearing so much. And it's funny because in the clip, you have no idea that the topic we're talking about is Kobe Bryant.
No, you have no idea.
No idea.
Yeah. That was good.
That was a good clip. That was a really good clip.
Yep.
That light just died.
Yep. GG.
That's the first thing died.
Yep.
Let's see what else died. All right,
right,
guys. That's all we got today on episode 20 of
nice.
the Power Button Podcast. Catch us every Monday for the most part.
Yep.
Gonna be a little tricky. I'm going on vacation, but we're still gonna try to get these episodes out every week. Be able to work around it. Going to South Carolina for a week.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna do some gang shit.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Peace out, motherfucker.